know how the world works?
It's him. Do we proceed? Yes.
What if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to.
Welcome to the end of your life, and I promise it's going to hurt.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Tina.
Welcome 20. Hope you can see me beating my chest. New year, new gear, same faces. Well, the ones we can see. It's your boy DOC with the Midwest Anime Show. I have to apologize for the background. We rearranging some things back here. Don't pay attention to it. But I got my boy, Mr. Conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, in his bathrobe. He representing 2024 just right.
No change, baby.
And my boy, Christopher Robbins, a Pooh Bear in the
building
building
about
as well.
nothing tonight.
So, yo, guys, listen, new year. I think we all kind of been waiting for this one to drop. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's topic, just in case you didn't know, it dropped January. Solo Level. That is tonight's conversation piece for everybody. And unfortunately, we are missing the professor. So shouts out to our brother out there. You know, hope you're doing it big. So I'm going to actually open this up right now. I'm going to let Mr. Conspiracy go ahead and jump on into this a little bit. Go ahead. We're going to talk about this. I want you to kind of give us a nice little introduction to Solo Level. I got some questions, but I want a nice little intro to Solo Leveling. So tell us, Mr. Conspiracy, what it do, man? What is so hot about this bad Mama Jamma that's out right now?
First thing I got to say, though, you know what I'm saying, DLC, is spoiler alert. So if you haven't read the manga, the anime literally just started, so it's not like deep in. We've read the manga, so we're going to really be talking about the manga mainly, and then what you'll see further down the line with the anime. So just to get that out the way. So if you haven't read the manga and you don't want no spoilers, I advise you go ahead and turn this on right now, baby. But DLC Solo Leveling is my favorite manga, period. It is number one. The reason why is due to the artwork. It is some of the best artwork that I've ever seen. The story is phenomenal. And because I'm bringing up the story right now, let me just give you a summary with everybody out there listening. So it is in the modern day world, and this world has hunters, humans with special abilities. And you have S-class hunters, A-class hunters, humans that do basically like the regular jobs.
Man,
they
it's
work in
like
offices,
S-class
things
hunters
like
and then what?
Humans.
Okay, you disappeared for a second.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah, we up here.
I didn't see me glitch.
Listen,
DOC, I see you glitching over there.
Wow. Don't do this. Don't do this.
You know, you came at me. You know what I'm saying? 2024 coming. Okay. Anyway, man, this ain't Wreck-It Ralph, man. So what is going on in this world is that you have hunters, humans, special abilities, and you have different classes. And what is going on is that the world has been almost taken over by monsters, with dungeons opening up all over the world, different countries, different continents, and humanity is basically fighting for their existence, trying to fight back these monsters coming out of all of these dungeons. And what I truly love about Solo Leveling is the story, because you can see a whole bunch of animes, different mangas talking about, like the world is being taken over by monsters, dungeons are popping up, humans is going into the dungeons to get certain chests and, trying to make a living as well as saving humanity, right? Well, that's like just a basic story punchline when it comes to this type of story. But with Solo Leveling, they really give you an understanding of this world is actually in peril. This dungeon that is opening up in your country, in your city, it is nothing to play with. You don't go inside of this dungeon to make a living in your world. That is not what's going on. Either you're strong, you go in here and you're saving humanity, or you're going to die. That is just plain and simple. And I truly love how they drive that home. And there is one special person to me that they truly wrap the entire story around. and that's my boy Sun Jinwoo. And he starts out as I guess you can call him an actual, I think he's an E rank, if I'm not mistaken. He actually starts out as a rank hunter.
Yeah.
And he's known as basically cannon fodder. So he doesn't have any type of special abilities. He's the weakest hunter that you can actually, so he basically packages everyone's belongings inside of the dungeon. And if they need cannon fodder, which is basically meaning that they need someone to actually die for them so they can escape if they can't actually beat the monsters, then he would be thrown out there. So
Mr. Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Let me say one thing. He's a porter, typically. That's all he's good for. That's
all
his
Packing mule.
Yeah, he's a porter. He's back. Like you said, he's gonna be the first one to die, but he's just a porter, man. He ain't nothing special.
Yeah. He ain't nothing special, but he has heart, will, determination. He has the makings of a true legend, a true hero. But there are no heroes in this story. I'm just going to be honest. That's what truly makes it a good story. There's no such thing as a hero. Like people want to be a hero. There's really no such thing for this story. He goes inside of a dungeon that is supposed to be, I believe, C rank with these other hunters. He's a porter. Everyone knows that he's weak, and he goes inside of this dungeon that is supposed to be C rank, and it ends up turning S rank, which means that the dungeon immediately the actual entry turns from blue, which is considered a lower rank dungeon door, to red. That means that it is the highest level of difficulty that you can actually reach when it comes to a dungeon. Well, they have no idea what they're in for. All they come to is a dungeon, which is just this big room, and they're literally sitting almost in what is like I want to say the Night Era type of chapel. And in front of them is like this 70-foot tall statue sitting down on this throne surrounded by knights, statues of knights. And the look on its face is like, okay, something's about to happen and go. Basically, long story short is that they're in for a very rude awakening, not understanding that the danger that they're in, and the danger that they're in actually leads to our so-called hero becoming what he truly will become. And I don't want to really, take away from everybody else's storytelling when it comes to this, but that really sets the tone. And all this is in the first episode that you will see. It's definitely like the first chapter of the manga, and that really sets the tone of what you're truly going to experience. And one chapter after another, it just grows on top of each other. It actually gets better no matter how far you get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. DOC, go ahead and take it.
Okay, so I wanted to ask Pooh Bear, you know what I'm saying? For you, why do you consider Solo Leveling the best? What is it about this that makes it the best for you?
First of all, I want to just, give props to your beard, Doc. I like your beard.
Thank
the
you, sir.
salt and pepper look distinguish you. I really do like that. I just want to give a shout out to the beard. I think that it needed to be said. Yeah. Oh, and also I have to get this off my chest. Mr. Conspiracy, that tissue box, is that for extracurricular activities? Or that's not a good look.
Allergies, brother. It's by the TV and the allergies, man. It's cold. It's wintertime.
Oh, okay. I had to ask the question. It was bothering me.
I can't have Kleenex like everybody else.
Got a scratch. I'm just saying, it just looks creepy. Anyway, yeah, back to your question.
Man, you bothering me. Hold on.
Don't leave. Anyway, he's no fun. What made it great for me? I'm gonna say I have to just totally agree with Mr. Conspiracy. The manga I've read, not as as many mangas you guys. I'm more of an anime guy, but hands down the best manga I've ever read. I've read it 3 times already. 3. It didn't get old. It didn't get boring to me. Like you said, the drawings, the story, for me, is how it was a lot of action in it. Like there's really not like a whole lot of downtime, but it does set up the characters. It does the plots. It does explain stuff. I don't think there was a lot of loopholes. Did y'all notice any of that?
No loopholes. No.
But most stuff, I don't care if it's manga, anime, you got this, I'm gonna set this up, or it's just like a long period of dullness. You got fight scenes that's real quick and it goes right back down. Solo Leveling is none of that. It does this the whole time. Everything is intertwined smoothly. It keeps your attention, especially for people who like myself. I love artwork. At least draw. It's beautiful. I will suggest, I probably will watch the anime first. Yes, there's only 2 episodes. I would definitely watch the anime first. Because right now, I'm kind of like this with the anime because I've already read it like 3 times. So I already know what's coming. I kind of already know what to expect. And like, I mean, it's following the manga perfectly, you know, especially because of the drawings in there in color. I would check out the anime first, go through, probably it's going to be, what, 12 episodes, y'all think? Or you think it might be fast?
They're talking about doing 24, actually.
Oh, okay.
They're actually,
They really should.
they're actually talking about extending it because of all the hype behind it. They were talking about 12, but it's turned into 24 from the stuff I've read. So unless
God, I
they
hope so.
change, yeah.
It needs to, like you said, just because of all the hype. Yeah, 12 episodes, it's probably going to be, I'd be really pissed, to be honest with you. Definitely watch the anime first, then go read the manga. Trust me, y'all will thank me if you do what I say. Yeah, Jesus, this is so much to talk about it from the manga perspective.
Well, we got time, baby.
We get there.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is Korean. So this
it is Korean.
This is
Mhm.
I think it's 8-1. I might be wrong on who got the rights to it or whatnot be, but I do want to say it is a manhwa, Korean, because we have Korean, we also
that's
have
true.
Chinese.
Yes.
There's Chinese,
Yeah.
and then there is Japanese, which is manga.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do want to make sure we
I
clarify
apologize.
because it's all good because we use manga as a general term for us.
Yeah.
But I know if you're Korean and you're looking at this, that's not what it's called. So let me be specific to the culture that delivered this greatness for us. It's a manhwa. It's Korean, especially if you couldn't tell with the name Mr. Conspiracy gave you on Song Jinwoo. It's Korean. And I think one of the most interesting things about this, like when I first started reading manga, I didn't even know that there was a difference between manga, manhwa, and I forget whatever you call the Chinese version of. I didn't know there was a difference. So I always used to categorize everything as manga.
Yeah.
But as I started to get into it, you can usually tell the difference between manga and manhwa because manga is usually black and white. Manhwa, the Korean stuff, is usually illustrated and colored, just like the Chinese stuff is as well. So there's a big difference, and I think that's a bigger draw to me. It takes a little bit longer to do, but the illustration or the illustrator who did Solo Leveling, I believe he passed away, didn't he? The guy who illustrated this passed away. It wasn't the writer, but the guy who illustrated, he ended up dying. And so, and I was right. It is A1 that did the adaptation. So with Crunchyroll and everybody in the US looking at this with all the hype, because what most people probably don't know is this came out probably 2016, I believe. It was probably around 2016. Yeah, it was about 2016 when this dropped. It did so good as a manhwa, it turned into a webtoon. The webtoon blew it up even further. And then after the webtoon, then we knew for a fact it was coming to an anime near you. But I have to say this, man, like the hype behind it is real. And I think that most people, I saw the first 2 episodes because I wanted to see how close they were going to follow, what were going to be the biggest difference. And I will say is what I like that they're doing is they bypass some of the boring part. Okay. They just like anything else in a book or anything you read, you always get more details. So they actually bypass a couple of things up front, but they've kind of told the story from slightly different perspectives that weren't in the actual manhwa that you go through. So I like how they're doing it, but I love the anime style that they're doing. I love that first of all, let me tell you what, if you have a kid that wants to look at this, it is very graphic. It is very bloody. Okay, let me put that out there. Okay, this is a very and the other thing, I think I was talking to my wife and I said, you know what? The other thing I liked about it is it wasn't hypersexualized with the females.
Yes, I love that fact. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what? The female characters that are in there actually serve a purpose and they're not just like overtly sexual. Yeah. And so that I actually enjoyed because it's very few anime that I can sit down and watch with my kid to a degree and be like, oh my God, I gotta run past this. Or, with this, it wasn't really any sexuality in this, which is really what I enjoyed. Like there's romance kind of to a degree, but beyond that, you're more concentrated on this character. And and to your point, Mr. Conspiracy, I wouldn't say he's a hero. I'd say he's more like an anti-hero. He reminds me he's more like the Punisher to me, to a degree. He's not gonna go out his way to fight or kill you, but he's not gonna try to save you either if you're not doing the right thing. So I put him into an anti-hero, and I just love the storytelling. Like this is the type of storytelling that somebody would get an Emmy, an Oscar for. I mean, let's just be honest. I've seen TV shows that got crappier plots, crappier character development than this manhwa has. And this manhwa develops his characters very well. They took their time, but it's not so slow that you feel like, when is it going to go to the next thing? But it's not too fast where you like, dang, I wish it would slow down too in the same breath. Everything flows like whoever the writer that wrote this, like they did a very good job of telling a story. And I think you gotta give these people credit. The author is I think it's Chong Ong, I believe is the author. I believe that's the author.
Yes,
Man, you gotta
yes.
you gotta give shout outs to the author, man. Like in the
Chugong.
illustrator, Chugong. Yeah, like you gotta get like, dude. I mean, I can honestly say this as an American, we have never produced anything at the level of what we are watching currently or reading in Solo Level. Like maybe one day somebody might be able to produce something like that. But right now, I mean, hands down, dude, I have to just give it up to the daggone manhwa, dude. Solo Leveling is hot. And I'm going to say this. Now, this might be controversial, but Solo Leveling set off the whole necromancer thing.
Oh,
he's
man.
the one, they're the ones who set this whole necromancer, because before that, I mean, they were around, but not like this.
Not on this level.
Yeah, and I can tell you, there's probably about 5 or 6 good necromancer manhwas and mangas out there because of Solo Level.
Yes.
I mean, because of that, because I can go down a list of them, boy. That's some just great stuff. But I mean, like you got to give credit where it's due, man. I've been waiting on this for a while. You know, I'm happy they pushed it back. They didn't rush it. Look, I'd rather you take your time, for this. But that's me, the nerd in me kicking out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really big on this. But now I'm gonna jump to some things. Now I'm gonna hit both of y'all with some quick questions. So, other than Sung Jinwoo, who are some of your other favorite characters?
Oh, that's easy for me, man. Idris, easy.
Blood Knight.
Which one was Idris?
Blood Knight.
He was the Blood Knight.
Man.
Yeah, he was the Blood Knight. Yeah. His greatest summoning, Idris, that can grow. The stronger Sun Jinwoo gets, Idris gets, just as strong. He's able to use different type of weapons, and like he has his own personality to where it's like he just doesn't get controlled like the rest of them. Right. And he thinks for himself, but he's so loyal and he understands his place, but he also gets upset. He gets angry. He gets jealous, all those things. And he takes it as a personal challenge. Oh, so you stronger than me. I don't need my master to come see you. I'm going to come see you. And we're going to make sure that you know who's the best out of you and me. And I love that fact about him. And it's like he's a summons, but at the same time, it's like I love him better than any of the other hunters that partner with, Sun Jinwoo. Honestly, I love his arrogance. And he never talks. That's the great thing. He never speaks, but you know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's a real okay. Cool, Bird. What you got for me?
It's probably going to be the villain. What's that? And Taurus? Was that his name? The Dragon King.
Oh, yeah, the Dragon King.
Listen,
yeah.
I don't know why he reminds me of Vegeta because his arrogance and his strength. I don't know why. I loved it, especially when they got to fighting. Oh, yeah.
He had a right to be arrogant. He
was the dude, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he just reminded me so much of, I love that arrogance, but he knew, you got to pass me on the wall. Yeah, that dude, villain-wise, what's the name of that ant?
His Biru. You talking about
Biru?
Okay. I loved him because he was funny.
No,
hey, listen, I was actually going to tell you when you were asking who my favorites. I was actually going to say Biru because Biru when he show up. Because the first time he's like, okay, he powerful, right? But after, okay, I'm about to drop a big spoiler. So
I already said we're going to spoil stuff, man. Go ahead.
Hey, but when the queen had died, and he knows she died, and where is the king? Yeah, where is the king? And that dude show up, and he's like, where is the king at? And that first dude, that S-Class, I think he goes to. Yeah. That S-Class was like, oh my God, dead. S-Class, dead on contact. And then when he got into the room with them, and he ain't even paying attention, he just walked past them. And he go and he see the queen dead, and he screamed, and he was like, where's the king? He said, that dude, that wasn't the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, that hero is, like, it is crazy how powerful this
but
thing
the loyalty,
was.
though.
Yeah.
His loyalty.
Yeah,
Man, you could not shake that dude's loyalty.
I do. My favorite part was when he had to leave the dungeon, when Sung Jinwoo had to leave the dungeon, and he said, "Hey, listen, you stay here." He said, "How about this? I'm gonna leave my summons. Be rude. You do whatever these humans say. You better not harm none of these humans or nothing like that." And then the hunters was all scared, and then B-Roo was there, and they tried to say something to him, and he cut their face accidentally, and then he healed it up real fast. Like, but when he went in there, and that dude was like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" He was like, "The monarch." He was like, "I'm supposed to be." He said, "You're not chosen. I am." Damn. In the story, you weren't chosen. You weren't chosen. I was. I mean, B-Roo talking, especially, but to your point, Christopher Robbins, his loyalty. He was like, "Master," and then he get down. He like, "Whoa, Master, whoa!" Like, hey, he gonna speak his piece. He gonna say a few things. But other than the summons characters were hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Not that life.
DOC, I gotta bring this up, man, because of B-Roy. I gotta bring this up. Is to me, I can reread that. I can't wait for them to make it like that episode in the anime because to me, his appearance when he showed up, like the whole atmosphere just changed on the island.
Man,
right? They knew something was wrong, and when he stepped out and was like, "Where's your king?" Like he let them know, if you're not the king, you dead. I have no time for you. There's no mixed words. We not having no conversations. And he, "Are you the king? You stutter, you dead." Okay, he chopped that dude's head off and walked around with it, and then he said, "Are you the king?" Dropped it off, and then that's when Goto, that was part of his team. So Goto, for the folks who don't know, is one of the strongest S-class hunters in Korea at the time. Actually, no, he's considered the strongest S-class hunter in Korea at the time in the manga. And so he steps up and he says, "I'm the king." That's when he realized, oh, wait a minute, what's happened? Why am I over here? Didn't I already know? He didn't know his head was gone.
Yeah.
He didn't even know his head was gone. He was like, "Hold on a minute. What happened? Where am I?" Bro, that right there was I just loved that fact. Not a lot of words was said. It was just how they showed his, how powerful he was without him truly having to show true ability.
His presence, like you said, dude, the cliffhanger for that was when you heard him say switch. That's what the cliffhanger. I was like, oh, listen, because I didn't know if he was showing up. I didn't know. The only thing that let me kind of know he was showing up was when the girl got hurt. Yeah, that's his baby mama. Yeah, that's his baby mama right. Yeah, that's his baby mama right there. She don't know it, but when she got hurt and I heard switch, I was like, oh snap! And it's when he get there, they don't say nothing. They just look at each other. He taller than him, and he looked down at him, and he let him throw the first punch at him, knocked his tooth out his mouth, and he was like, damn, and then you knew it was all. He was like, I wanted to see what a punch felt like from you. He was like, I mean, it kind of reminded me of Yu Yu Hakusho when Yusuke and what's his name fought, and he knocked him across there. He was like, why'd you take that punch? I just wanted to see what it felt like. I was like, oh snap. And that's what
he fought to go around.
Yes. When he took, I needed to see what it was like. And when he took that hit, I was like, oh, it's on. Everybody else was like, what's going on? They're like, oh my God, they like Sung Jinwoo was here, and he here, and he step up. It was, man, that was epic. We'll get there. I don't want to.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll jump there. So let me ask you, what was your, now obviously I know we'll talk about the B-Roo fight here in a minute. So other fights that were pretty substantial to you, I'm going to hit you up first, Pooh Bear. What was your other favorite fight other than the Beerus? Obviously that's one of the big ones. So.
Oh Lord, that's a loaded one because I mean I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of good fights.
And if you thinking, I can come back to you, Mr. Conspiracy.
Yeah,
I know
I'll go.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'll go. I got two of them, but the one that struck me first, the one that hit me first was when he fought the leader of the elves, the ice elves. That was the first one. That's what got me hooked. When he fought him and realized, oh, I can actually be challenged and actually, like, they actually are a threat to me. And he was like, wait a minute, you're not human. Who are you? And man, and then he asked him to join sides. Sanjiru was like, nah, I'm not doing that, man. Sorry. Sorry, man, you have to kill me. They fought, bro. Like that fight right there set the tone for the rest of his battles to come for me.
Okay. I don't want you to give two because I want to give
Okay,
I want to give Pooh Bear. I
I
don't want
got
you to do two because I want Pooh Bear. I got go ahead. Now you thought
Man,
about it. You
I was thinking about the else, but I can't lie, man. I like when he did on Terrace, but man, that Island Biru fight, man, it was something
that was
special
clean.
about that fight.
Yeah. Yeah,
that
that was
fight
clean.
was special.
So I'm gonna tell you one of my other favorite fights. You know what I'm saying? Like is when they bring them prisoners and that crazy hunter from the Hunter Association take that money to end them prisoners' lives.
Yes.
And he ends up fighting Sung Jinwoo, and he starts to. That's when we start to kind of see, like you've seen glimpses before, but we kind of see it. And he was like, "I got this stealth skill and everything, and I'm invisible." But then it was them eyes, and I love when it gets to that point when his eyes turn purple and you can see the darkness. And he saw it. He was like, "What is this?" And he started slowing down. He was like, "What's going on?" And then next thing you know, he put the knife in his chest, and he was like, "Oh, they gonna find out who you are." I mean, that is another one of those epic fights for me. Like I say, there are good pivotal moments all throughout the whole thing, because like even if we go back to the very first fight when he fight the snake, like once he goes down to the first dungeon and he realizes like, and what I love is that I was trash, but he's like, I've been so close to death. He said, I can't be like this no more. Whatever it takes, I gotta get stronger. And that dude go down there and he fight that snake and almost die. Like, and he said, I'm gonna give everything I got. And I think that's why I liked it so much, is because like it didn't matter what the odds were. He didn't care, win, lose, or draw. Like this dude was going to fight. You know, and I don't care how scared he was. I mean, you even know that from the very beginning, from the very thing when everybody's getting ready to leave. I mean, now in the anime, he's cussing and screaming like, "You gonna leave me? I'm the only one," you know. But he's like, "I'm glad it's just me and nobody else got to die." But even when them statues were stabbing him, he still picked up his sword and still was like, "I'm gonna take one of y'all with me." Knowing he ain't got a snowball.
He lost limbs.
He lost limbs. He lost everything. I was like, that dude. And if you watch the anime, it's even worse in the anime than it is in the manga. Because he lost his leg, but then before he gets put on that altar, you find it's cut off his arm. They pick him up with a sword and hold him in there and throw him down and then keep stabbing him. He like in the manhwa, he died a lot more peacefully than he did in the anime. He got
peaceful in the manhwa, brother.
But the anime
picking him up in that pole.
The anime was worse than the manhwa, bro. Like he got stabbed multiple times. Like at the very end, I was like, man, can you just kill him? Like he don't like can you just kill this dude? Like ain't nobody supposed to die like that, dude. Like he went in there, one leg, like I'm taking away, I would get knocked across the room, then they stab him, pick him up, throw him to the ground, cut his arm off, keep stabbing. Like he got messed up in that anime. I was like, golly, but
it's like they had some personal hate for that dude, man. Like,
like you know what I'm saying? I mean, but man, but we got to talk about, like, other than that piece of it, right? There's another interesting piece of it, and I really want you to. So, what do you think would have happened? Okay, now this, I'm gonna throw a what if at you on this one. What do you think would have happened had what's his name's brother shown up before he got into that gate and got stuck for the ice elves? The dude's brother he killed.
Hong Dong-soo's big brother. That's what you're talking about.
If he'd have got there before he went in that gate, boy, that would have been some live.
But he still would have beat him, actually.
Oh, he'd have beat him because he
would have beat him. He actually still would have killed him. But it would have been a lot harder for him to kill him, just because of all of the armor and the weapons that Dong-soo had. Because he had all those armors and weapons, because he was given that when he went over, I think it was to America, over with Thomas Andre, I believe. Thomas Andre, right?
The Freedom Guild or whatever.
Yeah, so he had gave him all of this money, gave him all of this material and armor, stuff like that. So he was like souped up because of his equipment, right? Yeah. So it would have been much harder for Sung to actually beat him at that moment if he would have caught him before he went into the gate. But I still think he would have beat him.
Oh yeah, well he had egress. He still had blood ready. He still had egress. So yeah, he would have had his hands full, because first of all, he can still summon. So yeah, no, I mean, like I say, dude, there's so many pivotal moments in there. Like So let me ask you, what's your favorite moment? I gotta ask you. I gotta ask, what's your favorite moment? You know what I'm saying? Your favorite. Ooh, yeah. Look at the faces. Like that's hard, right? That's tough, right? What's
You
your
know,
favorite moment?
I'm gonna go with this, brother. I'm gonna go with this right here, DLC. And this is crazy because you're gonna be like, oh no. Here's why. It's because this sets the tone for you to understand that they taking this serious. This is not a game. Is when the statue first comes to life.
Oh, the smile when you get that big
Yes.
smile
Boy,
and you
that big
show.
smile was
That
creepy, bro.
that moment right there let me know they taking this for real, because I had never seen anything like that in a manhwa or
Creepy.
manga or webtoon. The way they brought that statue to life, and then what happened right after that lets you know, ooh, if it's actually going to be like this in the first chapter, I got to read the rest of this. I got to see the other episodes if this is what you do in the first chapter, the first episode, right? So
Yeah.
for me, that right there, just because of the pivotal moment, that really turned the tide for me as a fan.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I gotta, yeah, when you read the manga, but man, seeing it animated, boy, that put a whole other spin on it. I was like, oh, that's really wicked. That's creepy right there. Like, yeah, just to see it wind up like that, just like, yeah, like, oh, Jesus Christ, everybody's about to die. But I have to
Yeah.
say, man, mine is when they showed his daddy was still alive, dog.
Woo!
That-
Which time when he showed up in the dungeon, or when he showed up when they?
when they capture him, and then ain't he the one that beat up old boy's brother?
Yep.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
Put him in the
just stay
hospital.
away from my
Yeah.
son.
He smashed
he
him.
beat-
He smashed
beat
him.
Boy, that
the
right
brakes
there.
off of.
Yeah, that was cold right there. Yeah, that was cold. Yeah.
He wanted to let him know, you know what I'm saying? You didn't touch the wall. Because when he said his son, that's when he was like, you want to clear the building now. He
Yep.
said, it's about to be a problem.
I
He
was
said,
like, ooh.
because that dude was arrogant. That dude
Oh,
was
yeah.
crazy arrogant. He was like, oh, yeah, I killed your son. And then, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. And they was like, oh my God, the whole building. And then you saw a picture before the building, and then you saw the picture after the building. He
Man.
took the whole building down, them fighting him, and he put that dude in a full body
He crippled him. Yeah,
Bro,
he
bro.
crippled him.
Me, that
You know what
was
I'm
dope to me, bro. I was like, oh my God, his daddy is off the chain.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you where my moment. My moment is when them orcs show up to his sister's school. And his sister about to die. Boy, and he show up with that dragon, and them orcs just stopped out of fear. They just stopped. And he, man, when he got there and his sister, he look at him and he just a fear. Like the other dude was like, I'm gonna come to him, and then he just grab him and kill him. And then he go through him, and then he go to the one and he hold him by the neck. He was like, and he just look at him. He was like, where? He said, the voice is telling us to do it. I can't help it. He's like, this the voice, man. He's scared for his life. Like, this is how dangerous this dude is. He just holding him by his neck, and he like, I'm about to go see your boss then. Like, we're about to go see them right now. I was thinking to myself, if they would have killed his sister, what would have happened? Like, he would have probably burned, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, ain't no telling. He probably went in the dungeon. He done went and fought God probably at that
Because he was calculating. Let's not forget, like, he just wasn't, he was smart and calculating. All that would have went out the door. It would have been pure rage, bro. Pure rage.
Yeah. And here's the thing, we didn't see him rage out. He never raged out like that. Like he was angry. That was the first time. Yeah, because did you hear his summon say, you know what I'm saying, master is angry. You know what I'm saying? They could tell. They could feel like they could feel it. Like it was rage. And when you're a monster that all you do is a killing machine and you feel fear, like, and they were like, nah, bro, like I don't want no part of it. Like, who sent me here? Who signed me up for this now? Who told me that this dude was gonna be here? He murdering everybody, everything. It was, man, that was one of my favorites.
At that point.
Yeah, dog. You just count, man. You like, oh my God, like that dude's family should have been in witness protection or something. Like that should never, like, man, nothing ever happened to him. Man, that's one of the wildest moments. I was like, oh my God. I said, I hope they don't kill this dude. This dude, because it seems like, now let me ask y'all, to you, did it seem like every time he got stronger, he lost less of his humanity?
Yes.
Oh yeah. 100%. Because of what he was becoming, he had no choice.
Yeah. And then okay, so here's my next thing for you. Now, the twist, when you find out that the statue's the one who did all this, right? Did you see
That was
that coming?
crazy.
Did you see that coming? That the statue was like, I did this. I'm the one who put this system together. I did all of this to, make sure. Like, I just thought it was a monster. I didn't think that this thing was a sentient, life form with intelligence or anything. I'm the one who did this to you. I've been calling you away. I wanted to make sure because and that's the crazy part. The twist is that he's just not some weak hunter. He's a monarch, and you don't know what those are yet. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who the monarchs are because when he says it, he's like, I did all this to make sure, But the crazy part to me was his personality didn't change, and I couldn't understand, like, how did you go through the system that created you? He became more powerful than the system, and he's like, if you kill me, then what's gonna happen? He was like, I don't think the system cares anymore. And then, it ain't affect, like, the twist about him being a monarch. Like, usually, like, I didn't see all of that coming. Like, I knew he was gonna be powerful, but the twist of the story about why he was who he was, right? Did you find it? Wasn't that a great twist for you? I mean, I'm just asking. For me, that was phenomenal. I didn't see that coming.
I don't know if it was a great twist for me because I knew that there was something, more to that statue, because the statue really seemed more like it was a possession object, almost like in Hercules, right? Like the cartoon movie Hercules, when he goes to Zeus's temple, right? And then Zeus takes over his own statue. It was kind of like that feeling to me when I saw the statue come to life. I thought it was kind of like a possession type that. So it wasn't really too surprising when it had something to do with creating the system.
Okay. What about you, Pooh Bear?
I mean, it was cool because that thing was there right at the beginning and everything. Like you just went right over it because everything else moved in that room, but that statue. And they did it so sly, like it was just so like under the radar. You know what I'm saying? But then when he went back and he was like, it's you. And I was like, oh, wait, what? The book statue? Oh, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked.
Yeah, the explanation, I'm gonna tell you one of the other moments when that America's trying to recruit him, and that black chick who's an awakener can up your ability, and she touched his hand, and she was like,
freaked.
I can see, yeah, and she runs out of the room like, what'd you do to her? He's like, nothing, and he's like, oh, and she goes to the president, and she's like, what about he has it's endless, like he just constantly grows.
His potential is endless.
Yeah. He's not like us. His power doesn't come where our power comes from.
Yeah.
He's not like us. And she's trying to explain it, but the fear, because of what she saw, it was like this dude could obliterate the whole world. And it's just like, all I want to do is hunt monsters and take care of my family. I mean, at the end of the day, all I want to do is grow stronger because I've been weak for so long. Like, it was just, like I say, there's twists because I didn't expect the statue to take the fight, to have to fight the statue. And the statue was like, you got to fight me without your powers. No necromancy, none of that. It is just your abilities. And on just his abilities that he had, leveled up to that point. Dude, that fight was crazy too, because that big old statue is just like, I can't wait till the animation gets to that fight as well, with him fighting that big old statue, with like all he had to go through, because he had to not only fight that statue, he had to fight all the other ones.
I want to break some hearts. I don't know if I should break some hearts this soon.
Let's do it.
But I'm about to break some hearts. So, for the people who have actually read the manhwa and are looking at the anime, things like that, the situation with the statue is actually pretty interesting because, we saw Sun Jinwoo actually defeat the statue. He's truly powerful. He's actually breaking free of the system, right? The problem is that the statue is just a representation of the absolute being. And the absolute being is the one that's actually running the show. And in history, in the past, the absolute being was supposed to actually kill all of the monarchs to set humanity free. And he decided not to do so because he wanted to have fun. That's why the monarchs actually still exist. It's because the absolute being was like, yeah, I'm bored. I want to have some fun. So I'm just going to let them just do what they do. So at some point, in order to actually truly be free and save humanity, at some point, this is why he has to keep going through, like a different, I actually guess you want to call it like a reincarnation type situation, right? Like a cycle. Because at some point, he has to see the absolute being if he truly wants to save humanity.
It's gonna be some interesting stuff, man. Because Solo Leveling, and shout out to anybody who hadn't seen it and we just messing up your whole world, spoiling everything. Yeah, shout out to you. You gonna be trying to get on the internet tonight, trying to figure out all of this stuff, where it is. Yeah, no, listen. This is why you should read. Reading is fundamental, kids. Before it becomes anime, it's a manga, manhwa, or a mana.
Webtoon,
Yeah. And all that beforehand, man, because like that's the problem. See, to me, I'm going a little off the subject here, but when you start reading, it start getting hard to watch anime because they so far behind, and you like, oh man, let's just can you hurry up and get here? Like I know what's going on, And to your point, Pooh Bear, you like, do you want to watch it or do you want to wait till it's all out so you can binge it at the same time? Like it's kind of hard as a fan because you didn't read, and then now you seeing and you like, oh man, and then they killing you. They can't do the Netflix on you and give it to you all at once. They giving you this 1 week at a time. I was telling my son, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna let you watch Solo Level. He was like, oh, how many episodes is Dad too? He was like, that's it. I said, well, they doing 1 episode a week. Well, how many episodes? I said, well, it's going to be 24. It's probably going to be 24 weeks. He's like, dang, Dad, that's going to be a while. I'm like, it's going to be a while, Dad. Like, I get what he's saying because I'm like, yo, like Saturdays can't get here fast enough. Episode 3 going to be on Saturday. So, I mean, I can honestly say this. I have not been this excited for an anime ever. Like, I can't wait. Like, I'll get to that later. I'm just saying, like, the excitement built around Solo Leveling, like it's just, dude, it's phenomenal. So like I'm happy, like look, you start off your 20. If you wanted some anime to get into, boy, did you pick the time. Boy, did you pick the time, because like there's plenty of stuff that's gonna be out there, but there ain't nothing that's got a story as good as Solo Leveling right now. So there's plenty of stuff coming out that's good, but my God, this is great. We can talk about Solo Leveling 4 episodes worth. We ain't even touched on everything. There's just too much in the time frame we got to even get to it all.
I got a question for you too. I actually got a question for both of y'all. Pooh Bear, I'm gonna start with you. How did you feel when Sung Jinwoo actually fought Thomas? Like when he actually fought him, and he fought him, I want to say like made Thomas get one series, use like his full ability. How did you feel about that? Like, did you feel that they went too far? Did you feel like that maybe he should have actually, Sung Jinwoo should have actually just killed him? How did you feel, like about that fight?
About Thomas Andre?
Yeah.
Big Bird, Big Goldie, but no, he so this is full of arrogance, right? From all ends. It's just who's the strongest, right? The strongest survive, dog eat dog world. Like that's what it is. It's testosterone fueled monster. Everybody. Andre, I liked Andre. To be honest with you, no, I didn't want him to die because then he ended up being on his side, being a help. But I didn't want him to kill him. And he got his whoop that ass like he should have. You know what I'm saying? He, hey, I'm the top dog, you the little dog, and you gonna follow suit. He had to go to smack him up a little bit. That's all he had to do. That's what he did.
See, for me, it was like I didn't want him to kill him, but at the same time, Andre, like this dude that messed up his best friend and all this other stuff, and you like let it go. And I'm like, no, bro, like that was my problem right there. If Andre was smart, he'd be like, first of all, you got a homicidal psychopath in your mix. Because let me tell you, the brother is nuts. So like you know what he's about. And you know he's not going to leave it alone. And so, to me, if you didn't kill him, then you should just let Sung Jinwoo kill him. Because, to me, that made more sense than, that's no difference than me and Pooh Bear together. And you know what? Pooh Bear steal from you, Mr. Conspiracy. And you like, I'm going to beat the hell up. I'm like, look, man, it's all good. I'll give you the money back. Just let it go. But you like, this ain't the first time he stole from me. So I got to set a standard. And Pooh Bear like, hey man, protect me. You said you had my back. And instead of me, protect me. You said you got my back. And instead of me being like, instead of me whooping Pooh Bear's blood, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm fighting you, Mr. Conspiracy, because you ain't listening to me. Like that part was crazy. Like this.
Wait a minute, DOC, what happened? You paying me, man? You can't just double the payment. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You gotta fight me now.
Yeah, I gotta fight you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fight you.
You can't just double the payment, man.
Nah, but I gotta fight. But see that part that was crazy to me. It's like, this dude is crazy. The only reason why he's there and he's kept in check is because of you. But even in that moment, he wasn't listening to you. So what was gonna happen to let's say Sung Jinwoo didn't kill him, right? Let's say he didn't kill him. What was gonna happen then? Because this, I mean, let's just be real. Like, let's say he didn't kill. Let's say he let him live. Like, what's going to end up happening next? Who we going to go after next? His mom? His sister? I mean,
Well, he did say he was gonna kill him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense for Andre to step into that and be like, I understand because of the guild
Yeah.
that he's an S class and you spend all this money, bring him over here. But the dude is a psychopath. Like, I mean, at certain points, you got to be like, I mean, it's one of the things where your star athlete got all these charges on him, but he can still win the football game for you, right? Do you keep him in the game or do you go ahead and bench him? Profit over morality any day of the week. That's capitalism, kids.
That is
Any
capitalism.
day of the week. And it's fine. Yeah. I mean, that's how I look. What about you, Mr. Conspiracy? You think he should have let him live? Or you think Andre should have just backed
I
off?
know his ass.
okay, so let me just say it like this. I don't know, Pooh Burger. You might not know my answer.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna hit it to you like this. Son Jinwoo should have killed him, right? I mean, he should have killed him, and Dunso deserved to die. Period. Like he should have killed him. My situation, my issue is that I don't think he should have beat Thomas Andre as bad as he did. I mean, to be honest with you, like he beat him into an inch of his life. I know he was trying to prove a point, but I mean, did it have to be proven that badly?
You know what I'm saying? For
You know what
Andre,
I'm saying?
yeah, like I'm saying, yeah, like he could have just smacked him up a little bit.
Yeah, like he could have smacked him up a little bit. Yeah, right.
Yeah, do the dude like that now.
I mean, he did him. I mean, in front of the world, in front of. I mean, dude, he went viral getting whooped. I'm just saying, like, did you have to do that, man, like that?
I didn't agree
Seriously?
with that beatdown, man. Do that.
Yeah, man, I didn't agree with that, man. I'm sorry, I can't agree with you whooping him that bad. He arrogant, but he wasn't so arrogant to where he was like, "Oh man, I lose, I'm gonna kill everybody." Blah blah blah. You know, he didn't threaten him. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna kill your family. Blah blah. I'm the strongest there is. I'm gonna plot against you. He fought you hands up, man. You know what I'm saying? There was no tricks. He fought you hands up like a man. You didn't have to. No, man, that's wrong. I'm sorry. That was just too much.
Okay. Hey man, you know what? We getting to the top of the hour, bro. We already went in, but we got to get out what's hot, what's not, man. We were talking so. Hey, I mean, we just been talking, like for real. We just been talking, like we ain't even did our what's hot, what's not, man. Shout out to everybody who stayed with us. We ain't been no breaks. We just talking, bro. Like doing us. He in his bathrobe. I'm chilling. I got stuff in the background, like paying no attention, bro. Like we in it. All right, man. I gotta flip it up for us when we get out of here, man. What's hot, what's not? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I know you reading something, you watching something, and no, it can't be solo leveling because we talking about it.
Oh dang! I'll go first.
You was gonna pick solo. Wow.
Ignorance. Anyway, yeah. So what's for me is for everybody else it might be mid. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't know if I had mentioned this before, but trapped in a dating sim. The world of Otami is Fames and Tough Mob. It's a long introduction. Anyway, so it's another isekai. So it starts off this guy. I don't know if he's in college or high school, whatever. Anyway, so he's a gamer. So his sister plays y'all know those little sim games of romance love games.
Yeah.
Well, she was playing it and she heard like if you beat the game somehow you get like this awesome ending or whatever. Well, she had to go do something. No, she was going on vacation. So she punked her brother into playing the game and the beat it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
So he did, and like he don't play those games. Like he hated it, you know, because it's about a love story. This backwoods girl gets accepted into this school, like this magic school or whatever, and she has to get these. Is it 4 princes or
yes,
4 or 5?
Yes, 4 of them. Yes, 4 of them. Yeah,
a prince and blah blah. You beat the game. He hated it. Somehow, did he die? I think he skipped. They didn't really. They kind of allude that he died, but we really.
But
don't
he didn't
know.
die. He doesn't die. He didn't die.
So he gets transported into the game, but he beats it, so he has the knowledge about the game. So in this world, though, you know how men is over. No, it's the women. The women have the power. So these guys go to this school trying to get, find a wife to marry them. It's crazy. Yep. Anyway, he hates the game. He hates the characters. So he just wants to live like this easy life, but he ends up like, how can I say it? Kind of screwing the game up and the protagonist, the love interest dudes. Like, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. You gotta watch it. It's kind of a little hard to explain. I like it. It's like, for some people, it might be mid. For my female anime watchers, give it a try. Now, what's not hot, I have to be careful of the words I choose. It's called Manu Scroll. Okay, it's about Ninja Village udders.
Okay.
So in this world, udders mean everything. You're bigger your udders, the more popular you are. So
Okay, case closed. All
the
right.
ninjas,
Yeah.
they slice off the udders to make the udders bigger to gain power. Yeah,
We good. We go.
DOC, what you got, man? DOC, what you got, brother?
I barely got through one episode. Oh, hold on. If you're under 18, do not watch it. No.
Oh, man,
No,
if you over
no,
18,
no.
you shouldn't watch that, man.
You know what? You're right. I'm not gonna say my age, and I shouldn't have. It was too much for me. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know how that got on
Wow.
Crunchyroll. To be honest with you.
Okay. Well, I don't have a what's not, but I do have two what's hot. I didn't actually find anything trash this week, so I feel blessed in that regard. In 2020, I didn't find nothing trash. So the one I've been reading so far is Triple S class Gotcha Hunter. And what that is about is, again, another scenario where we got hunters and dungeons, except this dude, when he awakens, the power he gets is called communication and something else. And it is like, he thinks it is the most used, like he goes crazy. He's like, what am I going to do with this trash skill? And it says it's worth nothing. So in their world, your levels go from 1 to 3, okay? 3 is like God level. He is the first person in all of the history of Earth to awaken a level 3 communication. And you're like, what the hell does that actually mean? Well, what it means is he can actually communicate with the universe. And the universe, like, he literally has the power basically to become a god because of the choices he makes, because he can talk to the universe. And the universe, just think he is basically, he's in control of the force, basically. He can choose, and the cool thing is it's like a game, right? He can pick these cards and pick these legendary heroes from history's past, generals and all kinds, and he can use their powers and stuff like for limited amounts of time. But in the process, his skills go up constantly. So it's very interesting how they did it. I had to give it the first 10, 15, it started slow. I gave it a little more. Now I'm into it. It's actually pretty good. So there's that one. And then one of my other favorites, I gave it some time before I picked it back up, was Soul Station's Necromancer.
Okay, I don't think that you're allowed to do 2 again. Okay, next time you only get 1 what's hot, because I was going to choose that one. So go ahead and continue though, DLC.
No, I'm gonna give you your. Hey,
Nah, man, it's too late, man. Nah, man.
You gave up. You
yeah,
quit.
Man, I gave up.
I even you gave up.
Yeah, I got something else in mind.
You Chris Paul leaving the Suns. You gave up.
I ain't hurt though. I ain't hit you. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, Soul Station Necromancer is basically about a dude who had been living on this planet called Alpine. He got isekai there. Well, not isekai, but I guess that's the proper term, would be isekai. And he spent 20 years there, becoming basically the king of death. He became the king of the necromancers, basically. Yeah. And he returns to Earth, but he doesn't have all his power, and he finds out that Earth got dungeons, and everything he knew had changed. The world, he'd only been gone 5 years, but it was 20 years there. And it's a great story. The dude is ruthless. And I think that's why I like it, because he gives zero F. It's called Soul Station's Necromancer.
You'll like it. Yeah, you'll like it.
He do not care. He is phenomenal. So those are my picks. What have you got, Mr. Conspiracy, before we get ready to get out of here?
You know, I can't stand a lot of things, so I'm not going to do a what's not right now, because I can pick a whole bunch. I'm going to do one what's hot. I'm going to stick to football, because, we got the playoffs going on. This is actually an anime. It's an old school, but since it's football time, you should watch it. It is called Eye Shield 21.
There we go.
So it's about this kid. He finally gets into high school, and he ends up being threatened to join the football team that only has 2 players. And the captain of the football team is basically the devil, okay? And he is, he's ruthless. Let me just say that. Guns, all type of stuff. Dude is ruthless. And he basically threatens the lives of other students so he can make an actual football team, so he can apply to actually play in real high school football games, so they can go ahead and go to the Christmas Bowl. It's basically like the Super Bowl of high school. And so what actually ends up happening is that he doesn't want anyone to know that their brand new running back is special. He doesn't want anybody to actually know who that is. So he ends up putting a helmet on him with an actual eye shield. Hence, Eye Shield 21. He wears the jersey with the number 21 on there, and he's very fast. And what's so special about this anime is that he learns as he goes because he's never played football before, but he's been chased his entire life and has been bullied. And how he basically outdoes his bullies is that he is taught by his best friend who moves away when they were kids how to actually run away to save yourself. So the king of the high school is basically using him to win football games, and he's using his new ability, and he's growing with each game his ability. It's actually pretty cool how he grows. I think you'll like it. Football season, I Shield 21, baby. You'll like it.
And what's that second one?
And I'm just doing that one. You stole my actual original. So,
Ooh.
yeah, man, all that smack.
Well, as y'all know, man, we wrapping this up, y'all. 2024 gonna be hot, man. Make sure you like, wherever it is, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Man, it's a pleasure to be here with y'all, and welcome 2024. It's your boy DLC Midwest Anime Show, Pooh Bear, Mr. Conspiracy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We are actually, you know what? We got some things coming for y'all, like some what ifs, things like that. That's going to actually be dropping. We'll let you know exactly when those drop. We're gonna make it happen. Like, share, subscribe. I'm the greatest of all time, baby. We out.
Boo.
I mean, we still here, but we about to be out though.
You didn't time that right. Boo. Boo.
Bam, baby. Mr. Conspiracy. We out.